Okay, fine guys. So let's start today's session. Okay. So in the previous class, we were seeing some basic pandas like describe functions, right? Um, Fine. So let's see some other examples. So in pandas, you have something called as PD dot categorical guys. Okay. So what does this do? PD dot categorical of Titanic train of P class. And see, we have this P class, right? So that you are giving, and we are saying PD dot categorical. That means it will give you all the categories that are present in that particular what column. Okay, so what do we have? For example, if you see, yeah, Titanic class. So these are different categories. Okay, so 3 1 3 1. So like that, it will give you all the different. Where did it go? Yeah, so these are different categories. Okay. Fine. So after that, one of the main important function is unique guys. Okay, this will be very useful. So whenever you want to know, find out all the unique values in a given column. Okay. So for example, see, this P-class is having so many values. Okay, looks like it is having so many values, but what are the unique values in this? Just only few. Fine. So what do we have? So we have only 3 1 2 are the unique values. That's it. Getting? So for example, if I see this embarked, right? So if you see the embarked, okay. See, even though there are so many rows, but the unique values are just S, C, Q, N, Q and N. Nan means there will be some empty values. Okay, somewhere you will find some empty values. So see like this. Okay, so dot unique will be very useful. Is it clear, guys? Any doubts here? Okay, fine. So similarly, you can take the unique values of any column. So see, I'm saying here cabin. Okay, cabin dot unique will give you all the unique values of this particular cabin column. Okay, so after that, see here what we're doing. Cabin data type. Okay, so what is there over here? Here you are having the data type equal to object. So you can also convert it into see cabin train cabin. Okay, dot as type. Okay, as type you are converting it into the string. Okay, so and in that what we're doing for cabin in car cabin, we're taking the first element. We're taking the first element, that is new cabin. Okay, and pd dot categorical of new cabin, you are taking the categories. See, this is just one some okay manipulations you're doing. So what we're doing, you're taking this cabin, okay, that you are this data type is object, so you're converting it into string. Fine. After the once you convert it to string, you're looping into this column and taking the first element. That means what? Over here you will take n, c, c, e, g, n, c, 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 n. Okay, so that like that it will take. Okay, so total categories are this a b c d, like it is saying some a b c d. Okay, and till some n. Getting this? Is following doubts? Shall I proceed? Okay, so after that, you can also assign this new value. See, whatever the this new column we have created, right? This list that you can give it as a new column. Okay, how? See, I'm creating a new column called as cabin one. You can give any name. Over here, I'm giving what? I'm giving this new cabin name. Okay, so this cabin one will be created as a new column, and the value will be this. Okay, these will be the values. Okay, so as you can see, here, cabin one. See, this is the cabin one. Okay, and over here the new values are this. Okay, these are the new values. That's how you can create new insert new columns in a given data set. Okay, and after that Titanic age dot is null. Okay, age, I'm saying if the values are null, fine, values are null. That means every value it will say whether it is null or not. Okay, looks like the fifth value. That means index 5 is null. Okay, so over here, if you go, yeah, as you can see, this, okay, index 6, this is a null value. So this you will have true. Here you will have true, 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 true. Every remaining will be false. Why? Because I'm asking whether it is null or not. Wherever it is null, it will give true. Okay, true, true, like that. Okay, but looking like this will not help us much. So what we will do is we'll take the sum. Okay, so okay, so when you do dot sum, it will tell you 177. That means total there are 177 null values in the given data set of age. Okay, similarly, usually the first thing we do is we do it for the whole data frame. Okay, so when you say is null, see it will tell you for each and every column how many null values are there. Okay, we are good with all this. Okay, but for age and cabin and embarked, okay, these three are having null values. Okay, cabin very few, but sorry, embark very few, but cabin very high, and age is also considerable. Okay, but this function is very useful. Okay, is null dot sum. So is null will just tell you the boolean values. Dot sum will just sum the values, and wherever you are having, and if you remember, see is null will tell you this, right? Every column, and dot sum will give you values. Why? Because if you remember, in true in Python is 1 and false is 0. Okay, so wherever you are having true, it will just add up and will give the sum. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, Santosh.
Okay, fine. And after that, if you see, if you yeah, so those indexes, okay, so for example, if you're having in age value, np dot where Titanic age is null equal to true. Okay, so those values, if you want to get, okay, it will give you in this way. Fine. So all the indexes, okay, see first I'm saying Titanic of age is null equal to true. That means what? Let me take only this. Okay, I'm not doing sum. Okay, I'm just is null. Okay, yeah, it is 4. It is showing till 4, right? If you see the fifth one, let me see. Yeah, yeah. So here you see the fifth one. So the index is 5. Okay, so like that, it will give all the indexes. Total, how many are there? Total 177. So all those 177 indexes are these. Okay, so once you have the indexes, then you can take a decision whether you want to drop these rows or whether you want to fill with some other values, that we will see. Okay, but two things we have seen: how to find out if there are any missing values. Second, the count. Okay, and second thing, what are the indexes of those? Fine. So for example, you are having embarked. So embarked is having only 2. Okay. Yeah. So if you see, these are just 2 indexes where it is having embarked as no value. Okay, and for example, embarked, if I show you, see it is 62. That means 60, it will start from 0 at 61, and also somewhere around 829 means 830. Okay, these are the values where you got missing values. Clear? Sirisha, are you there? Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, fine. And also see np dot where will give you the indexes, guys. Okay, and also here what I'm doing, np dot where I'm saying, and this function inside what I'm doing. Okay, this is just by reading you can understand. I'm saying Titanic fare, okay, should be equal to maximum of Titanic fare, and that value, whatever you are going to get records, those indexes I want. np dot where will give you the indexes. Okay, so that means indirectly what we are asking. So we are asking the indexes of the rows where you can find Titanic fare column maximum value. Agree? So if you see, So for first, what shall we do? Let's take the where is this unique? Yeah. So fair unique values I'm going to see. Okay. Okay, there are so many. But if you fair, okay. So for example, fair, if I take here, and what I can do, I can sort from largest to smallest. Okay, what is largest? This. Okay, 5123292. Okay. So 5123292, I'll go over here. Okay, I'll just put a filter. Yeah. Okay. So 259, 680, 738. These are the rows where fair column is having a maximum value. Okay. So that if I just run, okay, see, it will be one place because we are starting from here. We are not the top row will not consider it. This header, but so 259, 680, 739. So it will be 258, 677, 737. These are the rows where it will have the maximum value. Is this clear? Okay, doing this, you can get the maximum value of any column. Okay, so it will equate each and every row with the maximum value, and wherever you find that, it will give you the np dot row will give you the rows. Okay, so I would say you should play with this. Okay, when you see you are using multiple different functions. Okay, the only max whatever you're seeing over here. So this is a value. Okay, and if you just see till here, see that where somewhere you will have true. Okay, where when the index is 256. Okay, so this value whenever you're saying double equal to, right, that means you're checking. Okay, checking will give what? Yes or no. That means true or false. Okay, so only this only till here will be the boolean. But when you say where, okay, that means wherever you have true, that indexes it will find out. Okay, so I hope that's clear. And after that, yeah, so after that you have something called as ilog, guys. Okay, so you'll have ilog. So when you do ilog, that means you are saying take the indices. Okay, I means index. Okay, indexes. Okay, so we have that there are different ways how to extract rows from a pandas. Okay, I will tell you different ways. Okay, but just over here, since we are having ilog, right? So yeah, so over here, if you see, if you want to extract only some specific rows based upon the indexes, okay, based upon the indexes, fine, you can do it by ilog. Okay, you can do it by ilog. Just give 4 8, only those rows will be extracted. Okay, so over here what is happening? I'm putting ilog, but inside that I'm giving this. Now what is this? Np dot where equal to max, etc. That is this. What will the output of that? These three, these are the indexes. And on when you pass these indexes and when you say ilog, so obviously it will give the rows, it will give you the rows of these indexes. Agree? So when I do this, see 258, 679, 737. Okay, these rows you will get. So this might be interview question. So they can say it's the same thing you can do in SQL also. Like give me a SQL command to extract the rows where a particular column is having the maximum value. Okay, so this will be an equivalent of that SQL command. Fine. So first we are equating the fare to its maximum value, and see over here only this function. Okay, that is a Boolean function. And when you say np dot where, it will give you the indexes. When you put in indexes for iLog, it will give the rows. Is this clear, guys? Hmm? Are you getting? Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, iLog logs will, this will be very important, guys. Okay, so I'll tell you what are different ways, but since we came across iLog, I have just shown you. Okay, so fine. So I would say let me just try here. Okay, and after that, yeah. So after that, what do we have? See, I'm saying I'm creating a new column called as family, and y- you can create new column in different ways, guys. Okay, so you can create a list and you equate that to list. How in cabin we did the same thing. See, cabin one, I'm creating a new column. So when I'm saying this and in single quotes I'm giving some value, that means it's a new column. Okay, so inside that, what value I should give? Any value you can give over here. Okay, so this column, I've already created a list of values and that you are equating to this column. Okay, but now coming over here, I'm creating a new column, but in what way? So I'm saying it's a combination of other two columns. Okay, what are the other two columns? We are having SIB Park, right? These two columns. So it's adding these two columns, I'm creating a family. Okay, that means 5 plus 2, 7, 5 plus 2, 7, like that. Okay, and after doing that, again, you can also do the same thing. Titanic family, I'm saying the maximum family I want. Okay, see, once I do this, I'll just show you. See, family got created. Okay, family column got created. And after I do that, so I'm saying Titanic family, where it is the maximum Titanic family. Okay, that means extracting the records where you have the family maximum value. Okay, and that records I got it over here. Fine. And how to find out the rows of this? Just put it in the iLog. Okay, so just like how you have iLog over here. Okay, just put this command. Okay, see, it will give you the rows of for this indices. Okay, and the value is 10. Okay, family is 10. So 10 is the maximum value. That means what? When you add these two, you will get 10, and that is the maximum value. And these are the rows where you are having the 10. And that you have created as a new column also. Now family is a new column.
So once explain 104 line.
Which one?
104 first line.
Yeah, see, we are creating a new column called as family, Siri. Okay, you're creating a new column called as family. What should be the values of that? This should be created how? By adding this column, SIB column. Okay, this column less park column, this column. That means for every row. Okay, for every row, see, family column is created. Now what value this should take? This should be sum of this and this. That means 8 plus 2, 10. This column should give you this column, like that. See, 1 plus 0, 1, like that. 1 plus 0, 1. Okay, and 1 plus 2, 3. 0 plus 0, 0, like that. It will create this family column by adding these two columns.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So once you create it, then you can also find out the maximum value from that column. Maximum value from that column. And input.where will give you the rows. Okay, and if you want to see the rows, just put it in the iLog. Okay, so now you can think of different combinations, right? So you can add any two columns, you can subtract any two columns, you can multiply any two columns, you can find out the maximum of that column. Okay, clear? Okay, so same thing you're doing over here. Okay, So that's how you can access columns using ilog, guys. Fine. Okay. And if you see over here, yeah, so you're having input pandas as PD. Okay, so these my labels, my data, array, okay, D. Okay, 4 things we are creating. Okay, so over here you are creating a panda series from my data. Okay, this is a list. Okay, from that also you can create a pandas my data, and we are saying index equal to labels. Okay, index equal to labels. That means what? So these are my labels and my data is this. Okay, you are creating a panda series out of this my data. Okay, and index will be this. That means A will be 10, B will be 20, C will be 30. Okay, fine. And yeah, pandas my series data. Okay, and PD dot series of array of 1. Okay, so that means what? See, array, what is array? Array over here, array is my np dot my data. My data is this 10, 20, 30. Okay, you are creating that into series, and from that we are taking the first element. That means what will be the 20 index 1. Okay, see, p dot array of series of 1, what it will go? Okay, 10, 20, 30. Okay, the index is 1. Okay, we dot series of labels. Okay, so labels, what are my labels? Labels are ABC. Okay, that also you can create as labels, sorry, series. So by default it will take the index as 0, 1, 2. If you specify any index, then it will take that index. Okay, if you observe here, by default it will take 0, 1, 2, but here I'm specifically saying take index as labels. Okay, where are my labels? ABC. Okay, so it will use ABC as my labels, and values are this. If you don't give index as labels, it will just take 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, over here that's why you can say 0, 1, 2, 3 as my index, and labels are my values. Fine. So after that, what do we have? So D equal to dictionary. Okay, so there's some dictionary dot items. Okay, and period dot data frame D index ABC. Okay, fine. So you are trying to create a data frame from dictionary. Okay, data frame from dictionary. So an index I'm saying is ABC. Okay, so now if you run this, this is what? Okay, and if I okay, it is definitely asking for index. Okay, so this is how you can create a data frame out of dictionary, and this will be many times this will be useful. Because why? Because you will get input mostly in the form of JSON format, as I said, right? So in projects, mostly we will work on JSONs. Okay, the transfer of data from one team to other team will be on the JSONs. Fine. And let's say you got this JSON from your previous from your next team, and if you want to work on this, so obviously it will be better if you convert this into some data frame. Okay, so first what you will do, you will convert this into dictionary. You know how to convert the JSON into dictionary. Okay, Python dictionary, and from there using this simply pd dot data frame, and if you pass this dictionary, you will get the pandas data frame. Okay, pandas data frame. Fine. So this is how you can create a pandas data frame from a dictionary. Fine. So after that, yeah, type some max. Okay, class is type, built-in function some max. Okay, so what is this? Yeah, so series of 1, 2, 3, 4, and index is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I'm printing series 1. See here. So the value should be 1, 2, 3, 4, but the index should be 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, now if I don't pass any index, it will be see, yeah, so here I'm passing the index, so I'm not using the index name. Okay, but the parameter, the second parameter will be this. The first parameter will be values, and second parameter will be the index. Okay, if you don't give anything, it will take the 0, 1, 2, 3 by default. Okay, but if you want some index, we can specify that. Okay, fine. And you can also do slicing. Slicing is also available, simple. Okay, fine. After that, yeah, so this is a slicing values from the given output. Okay, so this is a slicing values. Okay, and this is just taking from 0 to till 3 to 1. Okay, fine. Yeah, so after that, what we have, you can like you can also add two series. If you see a series 1 equal to this one, series 2 equal to this one, but over here if you see there are some null values. Why? So this is important. Okay, so over here if you see series 1 is this. Okay, and series 2 is this. So when you say add series 1 plus series 2, it will add by index, guys. Okay, it will add by index. Fine. So for example, if you see first it is taking AZ. Okay, so here you are having AZ, but here you don't have your AZ, so that's why it will say nan values, so it can it cannot add. Okay, CA, so CA you are having it as what, 1. Okay, and CA you are having it as 1. Okay, that's why you got 2. Fine. And another CA it is saying, so CA you are having it as 4, and CA just give me a second. Yeah, CA you are having it as 4. Since CA again we have here as CA. Okay, so it will again add with this CA. Okay, you got 5. Okay, but CO it is not present in this series 2 at all. Okay, that's why it is having nan. Okay, NV it is not present at all above. That's why it will have 9 nan. Okay, OR you're having 4, you're having 2, 6. Fine. So if it is present in both the series only, then it will add, otherwise we'll have 9. But even if it is present in one also, it will add to the available values. Is it clear? Huh? So they are just walkthrough of the functions, guys. Okay, so just let me know whether we understood this or not. Okay, fine. So yeah, so Python tries to add values where it finds common index and puts nan values where they are missing. Okay, same thing we have seen. Yeah, and also you can also same thing idea also works for the series 1 and series 2. Okay, so instead of addition, even if you multiply two series also, it will give you the same thing. Okay, fine. So after that, see pd.data frame matrix row labels and columns. Okay, see over here I'm creating a data frame. Okay, data frame will have three things. One is values. These are the actual data. This is actual data. Okay, these are the columns or heading, and these are what? These are the index. Agree? So over here I'm creating matrix data from Rn 5,4. Okay, Rn 5,4. What is Rn? Random integer from a normal distribution. Okay, that Rn I'm saying 5,4. Okay, and row labels, these are the columns. Sorry, row labels are this row labels index, and columns are these columns. Okay, so data indexes, that means row labels and columns. That is how you can create a data frame. It's clear. Is this clear, guys? Okay, so after that if you see you're having ilog. Okay, so ilog, when I said it will give the index, right, guys? It will give the index. So this is my data frame, and this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 index. So here I'm saying df dot ilog of 2. Okay, that means second index. This row it will give. So over here in this row, w is what? This is w value, this is x, y, z. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but over here, when you ask only one index, it will give you that way. But if you ask for multiple index in the row 2, 4, for example, so it will give you the rows in the form of a data frame. Okay, this is C row, this is E row. Okay, that means second index, fourth index. This is second index, this is fourth index. Fourth index. Okay, if you ask only for one, it will give you this way. Okay, fine. So, and also you have something called as, yeah, you'll get error. And if I see guys, this is also one more way. Okay, so I will show you many examples over here, but just try to focus here the difference. To extract rows from pandas data frame, mainly you have two things. One is iloc, second thing is loc. Iloc and one is loc. Loc will stand for location. Okay, so one is iloc and one is simple loc. Iloc will go by the index. Okay, this will go by the index. This will go by the actual row index value. Okay, all right, this will go by the index value. Okay, it will be slightly tricky. Okay, so iloc, when you say iloc, okay, for example, I will show you. Yeah, okay, see here is, when you say iloc, you need to pass the index values, guys. I stands for index, remember, like that. That means what? So this will become 0 index 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so which index value you want, that value you need to specify over here. Okay, that value you need to specify over here. Index, you got column A. But for only LOC, not ILOC, or for only df.loc, you need to specify the value at the index you want to give. By what are the values of the indexes? Either A, B, C, D, E. Okay, A, B, C, D, E are the values of the indexes. Okay, so you need to specify the value, not the index. So over here, I want this value. A is the value I want. Okay, I need to specify that. You're getting both the ways. You are able to get the column A only. Here also you're getting the column A, but here also column A. But the way how you need to specify the input is different. For iloc, you need to specify the index. Okay, iloc you need to specify the index, but LOC you just need to give the name. Is this difference clear, everybody? This is very important, I would say.
Yeah, Santosh.
Yeah, clear. Great. So that's why. But for example, if I try to pass some 2 here, okay, what I'll get? Obviously, it will give error because there is no 2 in this index. There are only A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so that's why when I pass 2, so that's why it is saying key error 2. I did not find any 2 for iloc. So if I pass some E, it will give you that E record. Okay, so and also if I pass some A and E, it will give you those 2 records. Okay, the actual values you need to specify here, what values you want to. But coming to iloc, you need to give the index. But here, if you say A, it will give you error because there is, if in index, it will be only numbers. Okay, in index, obviously, index will always be number. Okay, so it cannot index by non-integer value. So that's why you need to give some value. Okay, but here, try to understand that iloc will definitely always have integer values. It will definitely have always integer values. Okay, but loc can have integer or non-integer values. Whatever the index values are there, that you need to specify over here. Here you are having the indexes A, B, C, D, E. That's why you are giving A, B, C, D, E. Sometimes this could be some what? This could be some integer value. Then you need to specify that value. Whatever over here, you need to specify that, right? Getting, for example, in our Titanic example, okay, over here, when you say iloc, see, when if I say iloc, I need to specify some index numbers, some randomly 22, 55, I'm saying. Okay, see, I got this. when you are saying ilog, every time you should give some integer value only, because index itself is an integer. You cannot have a string as an integer. Okay, string as an index. Okay, you are getting the index in the sense, not the index value, just index. Okay, so ilog will always index. But when I say loc, loc, okay, loc will also work here, because why? The indexes are integer over here. Okay, so that's why ilog will also work with integer, loc will also work with integer. Getting? But over here, the indexes are not integers. Okay, over here, the indexes are not integers. Fine. These are some values. So here numbers won't work. Whatever you have over here, that you should give here. Are you getting? For example, here, if you say Hyderabad, okay, okay, and Mumbai, okay, for example, Delhi, something like that. Okay, and now I'm creating. So now my indexes are what? Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi. Okay, so now when I say, but here still the ilog will, if you say 0, it will give Hyderabad. Okay, see, if I say 0, it is Hyderabad. Why? Because it's 0 index. 2 is Mumbai index. 3 is, sorry, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. Okay, ilog will work like that. But coming to loc, now if I run this a comma e, okay, you'll get error because there is no a over here in the index list. You see, there is no a. Okay, but you have called as Hyderabad. So over here you need to give as Hyderabad. See, you need to specify the value whatever you have with the loc. Are you able to see the difference?
Yes, Santosh.
Others? Okay, fine. Okay, so df.loc Hyderabad. And also here also, if you observe, so when I'm giving only one quote, it is giving in the series format. Why? This will be a panda series. Okay, so but when I give it in double quotes, it is giving as a in the form of a data frame. Okay, fine. So that is loc and iloc. Okay, fine. And what do we have? Type. Yeah, so when you say, when you take double equal to, it will be in the form of a data frame. Okay, that's what it is saying. Okay, so when you take only one column, it will be series. Okay, it will be series. But when I go for multiple column, that will be a data frame. Okay, not multiple column, the quotes. Even if you take one single parenthesis, it will be series. If you take double parenthesis, it will become a data frame. Fine, and this is how you can access one single column. Okay, and same thing. See, you are creating a new column. You are creating a new column called with the, how you are creating, that will be sum of other two columns. Okay, that will be sum of other two columns. Fine. So this is my w, x, y, z. Fine. So these are my rows and this is my columns. Okay, I'm creating a new column. The name is, two columns I'm creating actually. Okay, so one is new. Okay, one is new of sum of x and y. Okay, any name you can use. Okay, but basically we are doing the same operation over here. Okay, you are just adding x and z. Okay, so but if you don't want, you can add some x and w, that also works. Okay, see here I need to give s w. Okay, so now new will be x plus z, that means these two, and new x and w will be, these two will be this. Okay, x and z will be this and x and w will be this. Okay, fine. And after that, yeah, so this we have already seen. If you are dropping a column and if you want to, if you wish to have the changes actually reflecting in the data frame, you need to go for the in place equal to true. Okay, so in place equal to true will make sure that the changes are actually reflecting in the same data frame. Okay, fine. And but if you don't want that, then when you say df.drop of a, okay, it will drop the it will drop what? It will drop just the rows. Okay. So for example, see, this is my data frame. Okay. So when I say df dot drop of, see, I want to drop which? I want to drop this W column. Okay. But if I just say W, it is saying, it is giving me error. Why? It did not find W in the axis. Why? Because by default, it will be, the axis will be 0. In the last class, I have told you, by default, the axis will be axis equal to 0. And axis equal to 0 means the rows. Okay. So that means it is checking in these values. Okay. In these row indexes, it is checking for W to drop. It is not able to find. That's why it is giving you error. Okay. But if you want to delete the column, you need to specify what? You need to specify axis equal to 1. If you say, then it will delete this W column and it will give you all the other columns. Okay, it will give you all the other columns. Okay. But if you want to delete any particular row, okay, let's say D. Okay. Now, if you say D, obviously it will give error because there is no D over here. But if you just say D, by default, the axis will be 0. Okay. And you can see that D row is getting deleted. Okay. This is drop will by default be the row indexes. Okay. And you need to specify the indexes over here. If you want for columns, you need to say axis equal to 1. Is this clear? The drop part clear, guys? How to drop columns and rows?
Yes, Santosh.
Okay, fine. So, and this is again the same iloc. Iloc will be taking the third index. Okay, and lock of B and C, that means 2 columns you're taking. Okay, and iloc of 2, that means second index row you're taking. Okay, and iloc 1 comma 2, that means first index and second index rows you're taking. Okay, and same thing, you're creating the data frame with matrix. Okay, this is df, and df dot lock of B and C and Y and W. Okay, the element at B and Y. Okay, so if you remember, the in NumPy indexing we have seen. Okay, when you're giving df of Y, it will give you B and Y. Okay, and then it will give you B and W. Okay, for example, if I just run this, I need to run the df. Okay, okay, so B and C rows and Y and W columns. Okay, B and C rows and Y and W columns. Okay, so yeah, guys. So again, you have iloc and lock. Few examples. Fine. So recent index. Okay. So there are few examples which you can see in the next class. But don't worry, guys. So in the next class, I will try to show you. I'll go. Let's go with topic wise. Okay. So if everything is clubbed is not getting clear for you, so I will divide it into topic wise. Okay, and then show you a few examples each topic wise. Okay, so that will be more better to understand. Okay, so this is just walkthrough of each and every command in the pandas. Okay, but however, you will see application of every command or function which we have used. Okay, in the EDA also we will use, in the feature engineering also we are going to see, but even in the pandas also in the next class. Okay, we will see like we'll take a scenario like to drop, we'll see different ways of dropping, and resetting index, we'll see different ways of indexing. Okay, extracting rows, we will see different ways. Okay, with some examples. Okay, we'll try to go with the topic wise. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yeah, Santosh.
Okay, fine, guys. Take care, we'll meet on Monday.